Hey, it's Shaquanna here, and I'm going to get right into it. I want to talk about judgment and the different types of criticism that Black women face about our physical appearance and how that impacts us and our insecurities and our confidence and our self-esteem. And I'm going to tell you where this all started from. So the other day, my friend Nakia sent me this link to a casting call to be a potential audience member for this it was like a television town hall series thing, but basically the conversation was all about the issues that are impacting Black women, such as our beauty and marriage and sex and motherhood and all of that or whatever. So I thought it was a cool opportunity. I went ahead and started filling out the application, filling out all the generic information, but then they had a set of questions that they asked at the end that they just asked you to provide examples, share your opinion, whatever. One of the questions was, can you talk about a time where you've been judged or you've judged other Black women based on their physical traits, such as their hair, their body, and their skin? And so I was pondering on this question for a minute. Like, I even went and answered all the other questions and had to come back to this question because I was stuck. And the reason why I was stuck for several reasons. And if you're on my email list, you already know this story. But I was stuck for several reasons. One, I know for sure I've been judged based on my hair, body, and skin. So I'm going through my past experiences, trying to think about what exactly am I going to write on this application? Because, low key, I want to get selected. So I'm pondering on that. Then I had to kind of check myself, all because of that second part of the question where they said or asked, have you ever judged other Black women based on their physical traits or their physical appearance? And I did have to check myself because I'm like, man, there has been times where I might have side-eyed my sister, another Black woman. I might have side-eyed her based on what she's wearing, based on what her hair may look like at that moment, at that time. We've all done it. Like, I do not care if you want to sit here and act goody two-shoes and perfect. We've all judged other people and especially other Black women. So I had to check myself. And then finally, I was wondering and I was thinking, I'm like, man, this is where our insecurities come from. For them to ask that question, that means that it happens all the time. We know it happens all the time. We're judged and we judge each other. And this is like the main source of our insecurities. We are walking around with all these layers and layers and layers of insecurities, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, negative mindset, all because something happened in our past that made us feel judged, that made us feel criticized. And now, because we think it's true about us, we've carried it along the years of our life into womanhood, into being a wife, into motherhood, into whatever journey that we have evolved in. We've carried those insecurities. And then we wonder why we don't love ourselves. And everyone's like, oh, why Black women don't love ourselves? It's because everyone has judged Black women forever, for decades. Judged us based on the hairstyle we may wear at work, right? I got these guys locks in. Judging us for that because it's not straight European hair. Judging us because we're curvier, right, than the standard. We have curves. We're not size 0 and size 2. Judging us for that. So now we walk around here thinking we fat. Judging us for our skin color. And this happens within our race. Judging us by the shade of our skin. Oh, I only want the light-skinned girls with the good hair. Or I don't want the dark skin. I mean, rappers still say it to today. I don't want the dark-skinned girls. I want the light-skinned, exotic-looking girls. That's judging our entire demographic off of the shade of our skin. And so, I'm like, all right, this has kind of got me riled up. I had sent an email to my email list. I was like, I got to do a video. I have so much to share because our insecurities are stopping us from living our best life, the living the life that God wants us to live. He wants us to live with joyfulness and peace and fulfillment. He wants us to walk in our purpose. He wants us to be confident. He wants us to live in abundance. But sometimes our insecurities are limiting us from reaching that and manifesting the things that God wants for us. So I'm all about, all right, how are we going to fix this? Like, I'm a problem solver. I'm like, I need some actionable steps, some practical steps to fix this. Because, like, sis, you can meme and inspirational quote me to death, but that's only going to make me feel good for a few seconds. I want to share with others what I've done. Right? Because everyone says, okay, we'll just go to therapy and figure it out. Well, not everyone can do that. I understand that. However, I am a huge advocate for therapy. If you can go, go. But I want to share some of the things that I've done personally through the help of therapy, through the help of God, to help me eliminate some of those self-sabotaging thoughts within my own self and try to remove some of these layers of insecurities and the reasons why I feel the way or felt the way I felt when I did not feel as confident or very bold or just loving myself, my true authentic self. So I'm going to give you a few things I want you to think about. I want you to take note of them, make a mental note, take note, write it down, whatever. I want you to take these steps and really think about it. Use them as you're trying to work on this journey towards full confidence. So the first thing I want you to do, you know, everyone tells you, oh, forget your past. It's behind you. Your past, don't even worry about it. No, I want you to go and I want you to face your past. I want you to sit with it. I want you to acknowledge it. And I want you to sit with it and ask certain questions, right? So if you have a past experience where someone judged you for whatever reason or said something that made you upset and it criticized you and something that you have carried on through the years, I want you to ask yourself, one, where did this judgment come from? What was their intention, right? Or was their judgment a result of their unresolved insecurities? We all know hurt people, right? So I want you to kind of think, what was their intention? Did they mean it in a good way? Did they mean it in a bad? Like, what was their point of telling me this? Right? Because so many times we receive a judgment or receive an opinion that we don't like and it hurts us. And all of a sudden we're like, I don't like that person. They said X, Y, and Z. But now all of a sudden I'm carrying what they said. And you're not really thinking and assessing, okay, well, wait, where did that come from? Is she hurt? Is he hurt? Like, where did that come from? So I want you to really just sit with it and think about it. And then I want you to ask yourself, what was it about that comment, about that judgment that triggered hurt within me? What is it that's really bothering me? People will say things all day, every day, but not everything will trigger you like some things. So sometimes it may be because I may be conscious about my weight. So when he said or when he asked me, why am I going to get seconds or something? I'm just giving out a crazy example. Then I have to kind of question myself and say, Shaquanna, what triggered that? It may be because, I'm conscious about my weight right now. And it's just the whole point is understanding where it comes from is key to identifying or key to limiting the amount of pain that it causes sometimes and the amount of insecurities and burdens that you take on for yourself and letting that impact you and affect you in a negative way years and years to come. So first thing I want you to do, I want you to go back to those past experiences. It may hurt. It's not going to be the best feeling in the world. It's going to be hard. But I want you to really go back to those hurtful, painful moments and experiences where you were hurt by someone's opinions and their judgment. And I want you to really analyze, where did this come from? Why did it trigger me? That's going to help you start learning yourself and learning how to get over these judgmental opinions. Because this leads me to my second point. No matter how much we may try to stop people from saying different things, doing different things to us, we cannot control people. People are going to do and say whatever they want to do. That's just a given. That's just how it is. But we often try to seek closure from them. We often seek apologies. We often seek, I gotta tell them what's on my mind about X, Y, and Z. And then we get mad when they don't receive it in a certain way. Let them deal with that. There's a reason why they chose to say whatever they said to you. There's a reason why. What you need to do is find out how to receive that closure and that resolution within yourself. It's just like, and this example really doesn't have anything to do with the judgment of Black women, but it's just like going through a breakup. I've been through a horrible breakup before, and for years, I was seeking closure from that person. I was seeking an apology from that person. I wanted that person to understand how I felt, and I spent a lot of time trying to communicate that in a way that I thought that they would receive it. And they never did. I never got an apology. I never got that closure, but the closure happened when I saw after that closure within myself. I didn't get it from him. I got it within myself. You're going to have to do that with the people who have hurt you in the past, with their comments, their judgments, the things that they said and done, whatever it may be that has an impact on your life as to why you may have certain insecurities and to why you're not living your best life. You have to find that resolution within yourself. Again, it's not easy. It's something that is very hard. And it can be painful, and it can bring up past emotions that you fought for so long to run away from. But it's worth it because you will have long-term just peace with the whole situation. And then lastly, I gotta shout out my girl, Myleik Teal. That's my big sis in my head. I love her podcast, love following her. Definitely check her out if you want. But she always says this: feelings are not facts. And let me tell you, when she first said this, I was in my feelings. I was like, what you mean? Like, nope, I'm going to acknowledge my feelings. Like, I feel a certain way. I'm going to deal with it. But then as I started to mature and become more aware of myself, I realized, no, the point is that sometimes we get so hurt by what other people do and what other people say that we're not realizing, oh, well, wait a minute, that's not a fact. That's not the truth. That's just me feeling some type of way about whatever may be going on, but it's not factual. It's not true. It's just like if someone, says something to imply that you're fat, that may not be true. It's not true. I'm telling you, you're not fat. It's not true. I once had someone tell me that they always thought that they were too dark to wear colors. And I don't know if that came from someone saying that or just their own observation, whatever it may be. But if someone was to tell you you're too dark to wear colors, you need to stick to wearing black and neutrals and blah, 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 you tell them, give me a call, and I will personally tell them that that's not true. Because meanwhile, you out here acting or thinking that you too dark to wear colors, and that who said that? Who told you that? Did God tell you that? Come on, that's where I am. If God didn't say it, then it's not true. Feelings are not facts, and I'm not saying to suppress your feelings, and I'm not saying to ignore how you truly feel about a certain situation. But what I'm saying is I want you to sit and reflect within yourself to determine, hey, Shaquanna, is this an actual fact? Is this true? Is it true? And more than likely, it's probably not. Okay, so these are just some of the things that I have done personally. I tell my clients to do all the time because, I'm all about helping a woman feel and look powerful. I want her to redefine how she views her wardrobe, how she views her clothes, so she can get dressed with peace and confidence. That's what I do. I help women gain confidence through speaking, mentoring, style coaching, whatever it may be. That's what I do. But we have to start at the beginning. We have to start at that barrier that's preventing you from really going out there and living your true best life that God has given you. So I just wanted to come on here and share that story, share my thoughts, share my opinions. If you have any comments, any feedback, leave them down below. Let's discuss. I am always engaging, always want to talk, especially about these type of topics, because they are necessary. Our young queens and princesses need to know about this as well. So feel free, please share it, and also subscribe to my channel. I'm building it up. I'm trying to get, some follow or subscribers. I'm trying to up my YouTube game. So please subscribe, comment, share, and I will see you in the next video.